Today we are going to look into the cleaning and disinfection process of the endoscope. The first step is to check air function and water function. So this is this is air functioning and this one is water functioning. Water functioning, air functioning. Then next step is to clean the sheath. So to do so we are just disconnecting it from the main unit. Just immerse the entire unit in the water. Here in this tub we have nearly about 5 liters of water. So you can add this rapid multi-enzyme cleaner 5 ml per liter for the medium soiling and immerse it for about 10 minutes, and this will remove the whatever the enzymes or the proteins which are there in the form of the saliva on the sheath, that will get cleaned off. This is a proteolytic enzyme, so this is by the enzymatic reaction it will break the protein which is there in the form of the saliva protein, so that will get cleaned off from the sheath. So make sure that this is not the hard water. You should use the soft water or else the RO water. So this is about the cleaning, and afterwards you can use this Sidex solution and immerse the scope for 15 to 20 minutes for the high level disinfection. So this is a germicidal as well as the sporicidal. So in the place of glutaraldehyde you can use the orthophthaldehyde also, which is only a germicidal but not the sporicidal. The advantage of orthophthaldehyde is not irritant, and only the time required is only 12 minutes, and for the glutaraldehyde you need to immerse the scope for 20 minutes. So first you have to clean. This is the enzymatic solution to clean the sheath, to remove the proteins which are there in the form of the saliva or the gastric secretion. So second one is, this is for the high level disinfection. So when you are cleaning the sheath, don't clean the endoscope only from the external also. So you have to aspirate, means you have to take this, use this solution to clean it from the internal knobs also. By using the knobs also you can use the so nearly about 25 ml I have added here for 5 liters, calculating 5 ml per liter. So once you clean it or keep it for 10 minutes in the same solution, and afterwards you can take 10 cc syringe by using this injection tube. Okay, don't take the solution directly from here and put into the scope, because this may be having some small particles, so which may block the channel. See, when you are using this injection tube, so you are using, there will be a filter here. So we have a filter here. So these are the filters which don't means which will filter the heavy particles. So when these are get immersed, so we are aspirating from the by these knobs. Okay, I'll show in later part. Okay, so that this injection knob is used to clean the scope internally, and for the externally, this keeping the endoscope in the solution for 10 to 20 minutes is more than sufficient. So 10 minutes is more than sufficient for enzymatic cleaning, and for disinfection 20 minutes in the glutaraldehyde. Remove the knobs first. This is biopsy knob. So in the air and suction knob, we get two channels, that is, one is 90-degree channel and another one is the 45-degree channel, and this is the biopsy channel. So first thing, you need to send it clean through the biopsy channel. In the air and suction unit, as I told, we get two channels. One is 90-degree channel, 90 degree, okay, and another one is the 45-degree. So two separate channels we get. So this is the first 90-degree channel, that is said to be universal cord channel. So biopsy channel. Once you clean by the the biopsy channel, here it comes. This is 90-degree channel. It comes to the suctioning unit. So this is a when you put it for the at 45-degree, so this is at, now it has entered the 45-degree. This is 90-degree channel. So if you press from here, it comes to this suctioning. This emerges from here, and when you put at the 45-degree, so it will enter. There is a from the ear suction knob to the biopsy, there is a separate channel from here to here. So to clean that, so you have to push it at the 45-degree. You can see the water is coming out when you are entering the common channel. So that indicate you are entering the common channel, which is there for the biopsy and the air and suction. So I am connecting the injection tube now. Okay. Okay, so we have connected to the suctioning unit, and this is for the water unit or irrigation unit, and we have closed the air and suction, and the means water and irrigation, air and water channel, as well as the suctioning channel, air and water channel and the suctioning channel. And afterwards you take nearly about 10 cc syringe, and if after the brushing if any debris remains inside, so what you have to do is you have to aspirate and irrigate. So don't take any water or the solution from directly, because if any debris are there it may block the scope. So what you have to do, you aspirate and irrigate here. So you are aspirating the enzymatic solution and irrigating the inside part of the scope. So if any saliva which remain there, so that will get cleaned off by this, and you can repeat with the another knob also. So that the suctioning channel as well as the water channel both will get cleaned off. So if any debris are there, it will get cleaned off by this method. Okay, afterwards you can just remove detach it. So once we finish the enzymatic cleaning, so almost we have kept about 15 minutes here. So after that you just remove it and change the water, and then you can wash, and afterwards once again you can put it in the Sidex and keep it for 20 minutes. So this is how you need to clean the endoscope. Once you clean it, mop it properly and wash especially this part properly. There should not be any moisture. So if any moisture remains and if you connect it to the main unit, and there is more chances of getting electrical short circuit. So make it, before inserting into the main unit, make it sure that it got dried off properly, or else you can use the blower in the place of the cloth. And cloth also, many people they use cotton, means the pad what we use in our medical practice, so that may leave some amount of cotton in the joint areas. So use a very fine micro cloths which are commonly used for the mopping of car and all, to avoid the scratch. The same cloth better to use it for the endoscope, and once it get dried off completely, then only it's ready to use. Once you clean it, afterwards you have to remove the flush the water which is there in the sheath. So before finishing the cleaning process, so remove all the water content which is there inside the sheath. Hope you have enjoyed the video. So this is all about the cleaning of endoscopes. Thanks for watching the video.